Right then, what have we got? We've got rail signals and rail chain signals. I'm going to go and read a tutorial quickly.
That's usually worth doing.
Tutorial train signals. Whenever there is more than one train on a track. Actually, there's probably an in-game tips and tricks guide for this, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh no,
I know
just
how
train
they work.
stops.
I can just show you in a minute.
No, I'll read the tutorial because that'll help.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's much how signals work in real life.
I mean, from my limited knowledge of trains, they do work almost exactly how they work in real life.
A regular signal is green when there is no train on the block behind it yet. Always sensible. When a train enters the block, it will turn red. When a train is in the process of entering a block, the signal turns yellow shortly before turning red. That's not how signals work, but okay. Signals are placed on the right side of the track, and trains are only allowed to go past signals that are on the right-hand side from direction of travel. Okay, well that's as if we're going right-hand drive, but we're not. Oh well. To allow trains to go in both directions, one either runs two rail lines in parallel or puts signals on both sides of the track. A train in automatic mode will not drive through a track if it would pass a signal on the left side, unless there is also a signal on the right side at that signal. Okay. Train signals. If a train waits on an intersection, other trains have to wait for it, even trains that are not going in the same direction. These trains may in turn cause other trains to wait, resulting in a slowdown of the entire system. So you use normal signals, and then you use chain signals after the other side of the intersection, so that trains don't wait on the intersection.
Yes.
This is fine. We finished military.
We did.
If there are multiple chain signals in a row, a train will only enter if its path is clear all the way into a block behind a regular signal, or its destination, whichever comes first. If the train goes past the first chain signal, it will reserve all blocks on the path and not allow other trains to pass through the block until it leaves the block. Splitting rail blocks and increasing throughput. If an intersection is one signal block with train signals at the entrances and rail signals at the exits, then there cannot be multiple trains on the intersection at the same time. Okay, I understand. I'm going to make some signals. I have no iron. I'm going to go and get some iron and make some signals.
Okay.
It's very much a state of the more trains you have, the more signals you need. So while we've only got the one train, we only really need well, we don't really need any, but we'll put some around the intersections.
Yeah, it's worth putting them down to make sure you...
That long plain line section doesn't really need them until we've got more trains. But
yeah, it's more where they're going to be crossing over. If they're going to be crossing over. And for if we wanted multiple coal trains.
Right. I am making signals. Let me start with these.
There we go. The forest has been chopped. Hope that's all correct. Yes, that trainer is now ready for when you want to build the station at the other end.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Some of your signals don't seem very happy. Oh no, they are. Is that just because I
Still-
was driving the wrong way round?
Maybe. I'm still working on the system, but
See, I've never used rail chain signals.
it's a bit of a
was
pain
just
that you
used
can't
to-
put them on curves.
Yeah. It's a bit odd.
As this kind of has worked as intended. Actually, I guess that it's almost as intended. The problem is you can't. You should be able to have one along here while there's one also going along here, and it currently won't allow that. Do I need to have the tracks further apart? That's
Please
what I'm
don't say that.
seeing.
I don't think so.
I think I do. There's a standard layout that I'm trying to find. It's basically this, but with two of the tracks missing. Or quite a few of the tracks missing, actually. But
I mean, that seemed to be almost working.
yeah, it's not. I might need to move the unloading bit up a bit. I'm afraid
Okay. That's unfortunate, but
it is.
what should
Right,
I go and work on?
Let me build from there.
Ah,
Well, I really don't get what size I'm meant to be making this. I think the tracks are too close together. I think that is the issue.
possibly. Coal and iron. There we go. Let me get some more conveyor belts so I can lay this all out.
That's the layout I need. Actually building that is another matter.
Right. You're going to make some grenades.
Yeah, I mean what I'm seeing is that the tracks need to be further apart.
I mean, that sounds painful.
It's not ideal. I'll give it that much.
Yeah. Right. Where have I got a box full of grenades? Let's have that back.
Right. Is that what I want? No,
I hope so. No?
not quite.
Do you need to move the rails down one further.
No, the bottom rail is in the right place now. It's built at the junction that I'm struggling.
Ha. Okay.
I think that should work.
Okay.
And then I remove part of it because I only need half the junction because we're not going to a double track.
Unless you use one loop for the coal and one for the stone. But you probably want the other side of the loop.
Yeah, I'm not sure here's really where we want that. I've built it too far over to the side, but that's fine. It turns out actually I managed to fit it into the same space. I'm not really sure if that's meant to have happened.
So do we need to move the track down or not?
I'm not sure.
Because I'd rather not if we don't have to.
I'm still struggling with the whole working out how big the curves are situation. Because I don't have, like, I'm looking at a blueprint online, but I don't have that in game, so
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think this will work.
I know because we need to get a signal in between the two tracks, and this layout doesn't allow that.
Where do you need the signal to be?
On the diagonal,
Where on the diagonal, though?
in between the two tracks. Here.
Oh, here. We need more than
there's
the
a
gap
node
of
there,
3.
but that's the wrong side. I need it on the other side.
Because this whole piece here is a curve. You need to bring it down a couple for that to work.
That's why it needs to be a block further down the bottom track. That's why they need to be more spaced out.
So if I were to bring that back here, just so we can test if you can place the signal down.
What's that?
Okay, you can there.
Yeah. So there is
space. So we do need
now.
it down. Okay. Do we only need that by the junction?
I mean, yes, but at the same time, is it worth just having... because there's going to be junctions all over the place in the end, so it might be worth just having the whole thing spaced this far apart.
Yeah, and this would let the railway ports be in the middle as well, I think. Right, you do some signalling. Also, I think I've set up all the coal stuff coming off of that station as well now. And it's all powered. So yeah, as soon as we've got the other station up and running, with some drills, we can get that working. I do need to run power down to the other end though, which I need more iron and steel for. I'll set that building while I dig up some tracks.
Well, I think that should work.
Actually, seeing as the tracks being dug up isn't the most interesting thing, I think maybe once you're happy with that loop there, we could take a break and come back to that next time.
Yeah.
Since it has been a while.
And then I need one there, there, there. Signal there. Although that's not ideal because that's blocking the junction.
Oh, I wish we had robots. Digging all this up would be so much easier if we had robots.
Would be a lot easier. I think that does everything I need it to.
I mean, now you just need to do it at the other end.
Actually, this is still the wrong size. This is very complicated.
Is it?
Yeah.
I feel like you're overcomplicating.
I'm not. I don't think.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I think that works. In theory.
Okay.
Because now if I
Now we
were
just
to
need
tell
to-
this to go to cold drop off,
It would just go round in a loop.
I mean it won't because it's currently waiting to do something. Add wait condition. Time passed.
Well, but it's
6
yeah.
seconds. So now it should wait 6 seconds and then go, I guess.
Hopefully,
Maybe.
if it's got a
Train?
clear path.
Try.
Does it think it's already at cold drop off?
Yeah. But it doesn't. We
So
can't tell it to go anywhere
if you-
else.
If you manually drive it a little bit forwards and then tell it to go to cold drop off.
Right.
So switch to manual. And then stop it there. And then tell it to
Right. We're off.
automatic. There's a lot of lights flashing now. I mean, that seemed to work.
Yeah. And it's not going to go anywhere. Let's turn it off and remove its condition.
Right.
Okay. Well, we're starting trains.
Yeah.
And there is now 4 tiles gap between the tracks, so I think we can get bot stations in.
Yeah. I think they can fit into that gap. Guess we'll find out when we unlock them. Hello.
Hello.
I'll try not to run you over. So yeah, if you get the other station set up, maybe for next time,
Yeah.
or at the start of next time, we can start getting coal in and then start getting some other stations set up.
Indeed. It should be quicker once we've got it started. Honestly, blueprint books would be a life changer with this.
I mean, you could make a blueprint of that station that you've made, and then you can just copy and
Yeah.
paste and ghost it, so you know what to make next time.
A blueprint's not. I can't remember how blueprints work. Are they a research,
I don't think so.
or do they just exist?
It's one of the things you tick on and off that
Well-
you have defaulted off for some reason.
It's one of the things that I physically am not allowed to toggle on.
I've got access to it, so I don't know
The
why.
game
you
will
don't.
not let me do that. Goodness knows why.
I have no idea.
Maybe that's something we need to work out.
Yeah.
That's why I'd assumed it was a science, because the game will not let me turn it on.
It's a bit odd.
Because honestly, if we've got blueprint books, I can just download this blueprint book from the internet that has all the
Yeah.
track pieces in it and use it.
I
Rather
mean,
than
I
trying
think
to
it's
have
slightly
to
nicer
work
doing
it
it
out.
ourselves. But yeah.
Because those layouts work. And I've just been trying to replicate that for this.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Also, Anyway,
almost finished with
let's-
this track.
should we leave it there?
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.